Welcome back to Wealth Mentor Pro. I'm glad you're here because today we're diving into one of the most practical, life-changing conversations we can have about money. Imagine this, an extra 1,000 euros flowing into your bank account every single month. What would that mean for you? Would it be the relief of breaking free from the chains of debt? The excitement of funding a dream vacation? Or maybe simply the peace of knowing you're no longer watching money slip through your fingers at the end of every paycheck? And here's the best part. These aren't wild fantasies or lottery ticket dreams. These are 5 clear, actionable, realistic ideas that I've seen work. Not just for me, but for people I mentor, for everyday professionals, and even for those who once thought they had no chance to earn more. Later in this video, I'll reveal the strategy that completely flipped my view of time versus money. And it's one most people overlook because it doesn't sound flashy at first. But when you get it, it's like unlocking a hidden level in a game. So stay with me, because if you've ever felt like debt was dragging you underwater, this episode is your chance to breathe again. And if you're already afloat but want to rise higher, this plan can feel like climbing a mountain. You'll see how every step compounds, bringing you closer to the peak of financial freedom. Now let's talk about the first idea. When I say freelancing, many people think it's overcrowded or impossible to stand out. But here's the truth. Studies show the demand for freelance work has exploded by more than 20% in the last 2 years. Businesses are desperate for skills like writing, design, coding, video editing, even customer service done remotely. The beauty of freelancing is that it's like entering a game where you start at level 1, but every project you complete, every review you earn, levels you up. At first, it might feel like battling the mini-bosses, small projects, low pay, but each win builds your reputation. Soon, you're not just taking tasks, you're commanding fees. I know someone who started editing podcasts in their spare time for just 15 euros an episode. A year later, they're charging 100 per episode and managing a team. That's the kind of level-up potential freelancing gives you. But don't jump ahead. Later in this video, I'll show you a way to combine freelancing with a second income stream, so you're not just trading hours for money, but actually building leverage. And that's where the real magic happens. Now, the second idea is selling digital products. I call this the evergreen marathon. Why? Because creating one product might feel like running uphill. It takes effort, sweat, discipline, but once it's finished, it keeps running for you, day after day. Imagine designing a template, writing an ebook, or recording a simple online course. It's like planting a seed. At first, it looks small, almost invisible. But with the right platform and marketing, it can grow into a tree that drops fruit into your lap every month. Think about it. One ebook priced at 15 euros. Sell it to just 70 people in a month, and there's your 1,000 euros. Now, here's where psychology kicks in. Most people underestimate the power of small, consistent wins. We live in a world trained for instant gratification, for that dopamine hit, but wealth is built on the boring, repetitive habits that compound. Your digital product can be that quiet, compounding engine in the background of your financial life. Third, let's talk about tutoring or coaching. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm not an expert. But pause right there. Research shows people don't always want the #1 guru in the world. They want someone a few steps ahead of them. Think about gaming. When you're stuck on a boss level, sometimes watching a world champion feels overwhelming. What you really need is the player who just beat that boss last week. They still remember the traps, the pitfalls, the shortcuts. That's the role you can play as a tutor or coach. Whether it's teaching language, helping students with math, guiding someone through fitness, or even financial basics, you have knowledge that someone else is willing to pay for. I've seen tutors who start with just 1 or 2 clients, charging 20 euros per session. Then word spreads, referrals come, and before long they're running group classes online. It's the snowball effect, tiny at first, then unstoppable. And here's the emotional side. Unlike some income streams, this one gives you the immediate satisfaction of seeing someone grow because of your help. It's not just money, it's impact. Now let's get to the fourth idea, flipping. And no, I don't mean houses on TV shows with dramatic music. I mean flipping everyday items. This is the side hustle that feels like treasure hunting. Picture yourself walking through a flea market, scanning items like a gamer searching for loot. To most people, that dusty camera or old record player looks like junk. But to someone who knows, it's gold, waiting to be polished. I know people who make hundreds each month just buying undervalued items and selling them on eBay, Vinted, or Facebook Marketplace. It's thrilling, it's tangible, and it trains your brain to see opportunities where others see nothing. Now here's a cliffhanger. Later in this video, I'll share the one flipping story that changed how I view value forever. It involves a €5 purchase that turned into 500, and the lesson behind it applies to everything in life, not just money. Finally, the fifth idea, building a service-based side hustle. This could be pet sitting, cleaning, delivering groceries, repairing tech devices, or even managing someone's social media. It may not sound glamorous, but here's the metaphor. When everyone is busy chasing shiny objects, the person selling the water bottles at the marathon is quietly making a fortune. People will always need services that save them time, reduce their stress, or solve an urgent problem. You can be that solution. And let me tell you, services scale faster than you think. One person starts walking dogs for 3 clients. Soon, they're booked out. Then they bring a friend on board. Before long, it's not just a hustle, it's a small business. That's the power of starting small but thinking big. Now, let's circle back to the hidden theme that ties all 5 of these together. It's not just about making an extra €1,000, it's about regaining control. Debt can feel like chains, yes. Expenses can feel like water slipping through your fingers. But each side hustle, each idea, is like picking up a tool and breaking those chains, step by step. It's about freedom. It's about breathing again. Earlier, I promised you a flipping story that changed my life. Here it is. I once bought a used guitar at a garage sale for €5. It looked beat up, scratched, almost worthless. But I knew a bit about instruments. I cleaned it, polished it, replaced one string, and listed it online. A week later, someone bought it for €500. That was a 100 times return. But here's the deeper lesson. Wealth often hides in plain sight. What others dismiss as trash can be your treasure, and the same goes for your skills, your time, your ideas. Don't underestimate what you already have. And earlier, I also promised the overlooked strategy that changed my view of time versus money. Here it is, combining your income streams. For example, imagine freelancing as your active hustle, bringing in €500. At the same time, you create a digital product that sells passively for another €500. Together, you've hit your €1,000 target. But the beauty is, you're no longer stuck only trading time for money. You're building leverage. That's the secret the top 1% understand. You need streams of income that flow whether or not you're working. Remember this one-liner. Your wallet tells the truth about your habits. If you're serious about wealth, you can't just think like everyone else. You have to act differently, sacrifice short-term comfort, and build long-term power. Yes, it might feel like training for a marathon. It takes sweat and persistence. But crossing that finish line means freedom, and freedom is priceless. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video, pick one of these 5 ideas and start today. Even if it's messy, even if it's small. Because action beats perfection every single time. This has been Wealth Mentor Pro, guiding you through the practical steps to financial freedom. And if today you felt the spark of possibility, wait until the next video because that's where I'll reveal how to turn your first side hustle into a scalable system. So you're not just making more money, you're building a future that compounds. Stay tuned and remember, the best investment you can make is in yourself.